Jersey and more. Vinny
and Dino. How you doing?
How you doing?
Not bad. Looks like we're going with the competition here. I got my Wawa. You got your
I got
D&D.
my DD from Tom's River. I didn't want to take a
Yeah,
chance.
I got one. I got one in Tom's River too. So, did you see? I mean, not for anything. Over the time, did you that construction or whatever the hell they're doing over here?
What are you doing?
People know when they put those in the industry, they call them crash trucks with the arrows go left.
Yeah.
It was like in the middle of nowhere. So it's just like you have to get around him and then make a turn, and it was just like it was very randomly placed. But it's a small little road over here by the studios of a shared universe.
That's where we're at.
The beautiful downtown Eatontown.
Downtown Eatontown. Let
Didn't
me
even
tell you something. I just came from Seattle and Arizona.
Did it rain? Was it hot?
No.
No.
In fact, they told me that was the best time of year to go.
Okay.
It was 60 degrees, sunny, not a drop of rain in Seattle.
Nice.
But I will tell you this. Anybody who ever complains about Jersey, you should be shot.
Well, yeah.
Man. Seattle. Now, I stayed in Bellevue.
It's not far.
It's literally, it would be the comparison of, let's say, Tom's River to Manalapan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Big city to the upper echelon of society, right?
It's Staten Island. Who they kidding?
Yeah. But I'll tell you this. The people don't ever complain about New Jersey. This cab I got into was a death trap.
Okay, you call it a cab or taxi, or do you always call it a cab?
I call it a cab on this one.
Okay.
So it was a death trap. The stench of urine.
Make and model about? Year? Old?
I'm going to say 2005. Something.
Something that Uber wouldn't even take on.
Yeah, no. Uber, it doesn't qualify for Uber. The stench in this car. And driven by a guy who...
Here we go.
Buckle up. I'm on my phone because I'm answering emails left and right. Because realize I'm 3 hours behind.
And you're doing things.
So I'm doing things. Yeah. So this guy doesn't stop talking to me. And he's like waiting for my answer. I'm like, yeah. It's not that I'm trying not to be sociable, but you know what? I said hello.
Did he ask if you were from out of town? Because
I think it noticed.
Clearly, you're from out of town.
But he was out of country. So, all right. So in the midst of all this, the smell of urine, so I lowered the window.
Right.
He said, "No, I'll put the air conditioner on." No,
you don't get it.
No. I don't want any stench from underneath the hood coming in. I'll leave the window open. I like fresh air. So he says, you American people, you don't respect your country.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God, here we go now.
3,000 miles away.
Why don't I respect my country? Because now I have to talk to him. Now I have no choice because he's having a conversation with me. He says, "Well, I'm from Africa. I just got here 8 years ago. And it's nice to have my freedom."
Okay, that's fair.
All right, good. Okay, I didn't realize Africa was under lock and chain.
Some are.
Okay, that's good. He goes, yeah. He says, "You take for granted we have animals running in the middle of the road by us. You have no animals here."
Apparently, he's never watched our show. We've talked about that many a time.
So my sarcastic comedic response was, "Yeah, we don't have elephants and gazelles running down the road here. No."
Yeah.
Haha, that's funny. No, it wasn't meant to be freaking funny, sir. What kind of a stupid thing is that? You see highways. Do you see why an elephant or a giraffe would be running across this highway right now?
Not in Seattle.
How would he even get up the hill? You got bridges. Mm-hmm. Is the giraffe gonna jump onto the bridge?
It can't even duck.
We don't have that type of environment.
Can you imagine a giraffe trying to duck?
But we're not a jungle. So why will we have elephants and giraffes running across the road?
I don't know.
So if you got nothing smart to say, shut up. Shut up. Drive your cab.
Did you tip him?
No, actually, no. I tipped him like 10%, where I normally tip like 20.
Okay.
Because, I got friggin' annoyed.
Well, you deducted 10% from the stench.
So now I get to the airport. The guy hooking me up with the luggage, great guy. Until now, I realize I'm doing an event, so I got some heavy stuff with me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my bags weigh close to 75, 80 pounds. So
That's
they're
not
gonna hit
good.
me. They're gonna hit me for $100.
Yeah.
One bag weighed like 70. The other bag weighed like 42. He says, "Listen," he says, "if you can move like 10 pounds over,
I'll give you a break.
I can.
Okay.
I can save you $40. Listen, I can't do it right now. Just get. Well, no, I'll help you. So she starts. Don't touch my zipper.
Oh, he was unzipping your.
He was unzipping my suitcase.
Wow.
Don't touch.
Wow.
I'm not moving stuff over. Leave it. I'll pay the extra $40. I
for
just
you-
need you to get this on that little belt and go down the hill and let it go to the plane. That's what I need from you."
What I never understood is what's the difference if you got 112 pounds between two bags? What's the difference if each one's got 55 pounds?
So then,
That doesn't
obviously,
make a difference.
I get the one good thing. I always check my bags out curbside because those guys, when we throw them $10, there's never any aggravation.
Usually not. Yeah.
I've never lost a bag doing that.
No.
Never. So now I have some extra time. I go through, whatchamacallit, TSA, and everything was fine, no problem at all.
This time. Good job.
Okay. So I have some time. I go to this place, and again, because we're on Seattle time, it's really lunch to me. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, weren't you on the West Coast for like almost a week?
3 days.
You didn't adjust?
No.
No? Okay.
So I figure, okay, I'm hungry. Let me get a burger. I go to this bar. The waitress took like 10 minutes to come over with the menu. Took a half hour for the burger to come out.
Okay.
And I had to flag her down to pay the bill. What normally would have taken me 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, took me about an hour 10.
So it's one of those places that are like in the middle of the
Yeah.
walkway. That's a big company that has that contract. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I go to the plane. And listen, I'm not thin. I'm not. But this woman next to me, there has to be a time when you have to say to yourself, listen, I know my condition, whether it's on purpose, not on purpose, a thyroid, whatever you have to physically know and mentally know that I can't fit in one seat.
She swallowed a lot of aggression. I'm quoting a movie.
So, you need to purchase 2 seats. You need to. I'm sorry. Because when I sit down, I had this very thin, mature woman next to me. She read her book the whole time. She leaned against the window like this.
Okay.
Because
Good.
she was crushed.
That's good.
I'm sitting like this.
Oh, you had the center seat.
I had the center seat.
Oh, God.
Okay? And she said to me, she says, you mind if I move this bar up? I said, you might as well. It doesn't matter at that point, really, when you think about it. Okay? Yeah. So she moves the bar up. Then listen, and listen, I'm not thin by any means. I always say I'm a
But you only
I'm
need
a
one
fat
seat.
ass.
You need only one seat in a plane.
Okay? But her thigh was this big. Her thigh was this big.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay?
I'm good.
Now look at my thigh. Okay? That's 2 thighs. That was her thigh. Now figure 2 thighs and a middle section. That's more than 1 seat.
Yeah.
Okay? So for 6 hours,
She's not keeping
5 and a half.
and she can't keep her knees closed.
Well, she can't keep her mouth closed. She kept eating the whole time. So she's eating.
Maybe she was nervous being on a plane.
And stuff's falling all over the place.
She was nervous. Flying.
And I wish I was lying. I'm not lying right now. There's crumbs falling all over the place.
So 3,000 miles.
So now the guy be in front of her. No, the plane's in motion. So you know how you say, oh, you got to keep your seat up because we're going to crash.
Yeah.
So the seat goes back how much? This?
Yeah, not much.
3 inches?
It's not much. Yeah.
So she hits the guy's chair with her hand. She says, sir, when you move back, you should really tell the person behind you. Well, no, because the person behind you usually has a little more space than your chest sitting up against this fucking seat.
Wow. So she was a big person. Okay.
So she gets pissed at the guy. And the guy turns around. Excuse me. So now she's eating. She's eating. And I'm like this the whole time because her thigh's practically on my thigh. It's not even touching it. It's on it.
And the other lady that kept reading the book the
So
whole
then
time?
I said, yeah.
She didn't want to get involved.
She said, fuck this. I'm reading my book. So I said, excuse me, I have to use the restroom. Really? Huh? I waited. You go in first. There's like 10 people ahead of me. Go ahead, Nana. Go ahead. That's all right. Just so she could stand up for a little bit. Pissed me off.
You should have paid her to go to the bathroom. That would have been a sight. Try to fit in a bathroom.
But when she did have to go, I took my leg, I spread it out like this. Oh,
It was like relief.
oh Jesus Christ.
Somewhere over Oklahoma, you got some relief.
Oh my God. Terrible. It was. What is the airplane etiquette? Seriously, it's a very serious question.
I think you have to do the best you can to stay out of everybody's personal space.
Right?
Do the best you can. Listen, there are some people who, for whatever reason, whether they're larger, have a bad
Which
arm
I
or whatever.
respect.
Right. I mean, it is very uncomfortable. It's almost like an unwritten thing. Like, say the plane ride starts out and you got your arm on the rest, and you move it to do something, whatever, and the next person puts their arm on the rest. It's theirs until they move it.
Okay.
That's the way. When I fly. It's kind of an unwritten rule that you shouldn't have to get involved in saying, excuse me, can I put my arm there now? Can I put my arm there? No, it's a kind of, because no one's going to sit there like this for 5 hours.
Well, I did.
Well, you had no choice. You were basically paralyzed on one side.
I was paralyzed.
On one side, yeah. So you almost had like Bell's palsy for 3,000 miles on one side.
For more comfortable, I wouldn't have felt it.
Dino was drooping. Oh my God.
And then the flight attendants.
What airline was this?
This was American.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, United.
Same thing. We're all the same.
There's no plugs for the phones.
Not even sometimes they're underneath the seats or
There was
something.
nothing.
Did you have TV?
No.
Oh. Wow.
No TV. And
That's rough.
this guy who was a flight attendant with bulging eyes.
Kind of like the Jets football coach.
Would you like a snack? Oh, I don't want to hide.
Oh my God.
So they give you this bag of pretzels. You know how pretzel sticks, the Bachman yellow box?
Yeah.
Well, they've changed that now. It's a little package about this big.
Was it 7
and
pretzels?
take the Bachman pretzel that's that long,
Yeah.
cut it into 6. That's the size pretzel. So when you go stick your finger down there to grab a pretzel, you don't really even pick up a pretzel. So you have to go like this and go like this.
But your seat partner wasn't happy about that.
she
She ordered 12 of them?
I'm tell you something. That son of a bitch. Because he handed us 3. She put it in there, in the little pouch.
Yeah.
And as he walked by, she said, sir, you forgot to give me one.
No, she didn't.
I swear.
No,
I swear.
No, you're making that up.
No,
Oh,
no, I didn't make that up.
Oh, my God.
She forgot to give me one. Vin, she ordered a sandwich. She had 2 yogurts, a bag of popcorn,
Oh, she was carving up.
2 pretzels,
Wow.
a nutrition bar.
Oh, she was trying to be healthy. The yogurt's a try.
2 apples,
What?
and a bowl of cereal.
Eat.
Where she got the milk from, I have
Wait a
no
minute.
clue.
When I fly, I generally don't even eat.
Vin,
I
the bag
don't-
was this big.
Oh my God.
She should have checked the bag in. That's how big her food bag was. And I'm not making fun. But at a point,
It's okay
I'm
if
more
you
pissed
are,
off
but yeah.
that I had to suffer through a seat. Because I paid the same price she did for the seat.
I wonder if your pain and suffering is coming through to our viewers.
United, shame on you. Now, on the way out there, I take not on the way out there, but in between Phoenix and Seattle, I take Alaska Airlines. I never fucking heard of Alaska.
I heard they're real good.
Man,
I heard
nice.
they're the new up and comers. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seats are nice.
Yeah.
You plug stuff in. That's this. I call them stewardesses. Sorry, the flight attendant.
That's okay, whatever.
Very happy and go lucky and nice.
All the
On time.
All the ice cream you want.
Just the only thing that kind of freaked me out a little bit was the now loading first class. Well, she got to Now loading section C, as in Chewbacca.
No, they didn't.
Yes, that's what she did.
Okay. All right.
So then she goes, it's loading section D. And I'm hearing this because I was in section C. Now loading section D, as in Darth Vader. The Force be with you.
So clearly they were a Star Wars fan.
Oh, my God.
There's only so much alphabet you could do for Star Wars. Is there an E? Christian, do you even know if there's an E in Star Wars? For like one of the characters? I would have gone C as in C-3PO, because at least it's C is in.
Yeah, as in Chewbacca. Who knows how to spell Chewbacca? Yeah, that's what she did. I can't do that.
I don't even know how I just did it. Wow.
But I'll tell you, and you know what? I get back into Newark. I stop at the Dunkin' Donuts. I'm dying for like a green tea. They have
Dunkin' Donuts out there, don't they?
No, Starbucks.
Well, I know everything's Starbucks in Seattle, but in Phoenix, they didn't have anything?
I didn't see any.
Wow. Interesting.
So, I was never so happy. What do you want? Large iced green tea, sweet. Straws over there. I was never so happy.
We're used to the rudeness.
I was never so happy. Yeah. I get in the cab. Where you going? Belleville. Okay. You know how to get there? Yeah, I know how to get there. All right. I didn't hear from him the rest of the time. I make a left at the light, make a left at the light, make a left at the light.
I love it.
I tipped him 20% because he didn't talk to me.
There you go. It's like taking a New York City cab. Dude, concentrate on the road. I don't need you to talk to me.
Yeah, concentrate on the road.
There's too much shit going on. You need to just focus. I don't want to talk to you. Hi, how you doing? Where you going?
I never want to hear anyone complain about New Jersey ever again. I looked forward to rudeness.
For that stuff, no. We have other complaints that we can go on about, but
Sure.
but that kind of stuff, no. Oh my God! So you had quite the adventure then.
Yeah, it was
Welcome
nice.
home.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God! So on the way here today, I'm driving to the Wawa to get here. I'm prepared, You
didn't Uber to the Wawa?
No, okay. No.
Call back.
Yeah. So we did all our little preparation. We kind of know what we're going to talk about when we come here and everything. I'm driving. I see all this on this one side road. I'm like, I see all these cars parked and these people crowded at this house. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And as I'm driving slowly, because everybody's parked on both sides of the main road, I'm like, what's going on? I see a estate sale.
Oh, okay.
There had to be, I am not kidding you, at least 100 cars parked in and around this home.
Who died?
I don't know, but they're all crowding on the lawn, on the driveway. Wait, it must have started at like 10 o'clock or something, because it wasn't quite 10 o'clock. And I'm like, I saw a U-Haul parked over there. It's like, these people
What city?
It was Tom's River.
The best owner house there?
No, not quite. But I mean, I get garage sales and stuff like. We've all gone garage sale shopping. It's fun. It's a good way to kill an hour or two. Walk around, pick up a couple little things here and there, whatever. But it's an estate sale. Somebody just died. I'd say relatively, quickly in the past.
Yeah.
And you're all like just lining up to buy stuff or bid on it, right? Because doesn't estate sales you can like bid on things. Like if you want this T-shirt and you say, "Oh, I'll give you $100 for it," which would be nice.
Give you 300.
Yeah. But then somebody says, "Well, I'll give you $150 for it." So these people, and I don't think the family members do the estate sales. I'm sure they hire somebody because that's kind of emotional, unless you really want to get involved in something like that.
The fuzzles.
Well, yeah. But I mean, they were lined up like vultures.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like orderly. It was like a mob on the lawn, on the driveway. Was
it a big home?
No. Just a regular size ranch home or something like that.
Well, they must know something about the person who died.
It's a lot of people.
I'm talking were they like an art collector? Were they?
It wasn't that kind of house, unless you had something in the basement or something like that I don't know about. It was it was just a regular run of the mill middle class home. I've heard of estate sales. I've been to garage sales and I've seen videos of the auctions and stuff like. This was something that kind of blew my mind because I'm like, it can't be a garage. I'm driving out. I say, it can't be a garage sale. It's Thursday. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. This can't be it. And I see a estate sale. I'm like, bunch of vultures. I mean, it's like, so you have to seek this advertisement out. This is not like an email you just get randomly. Say, oh, there's a estate sale in your town today. Come out. And it just, and if you saw the people, it wasn't like a button-up type of crowd. You had your typical crowd, as if you know what I'm typical.
Flea market experts.
Oh my God, yes. And listen, and that's people's gigs, and I'm not putting that down, but I don't know if I would want those people on my property to come buy the last of my family's stuff. It was just, dude, when I saw the U-Haul, that's the part that was like, really? You brought a U-Haul? What do they got in there? A grand piano or what do they got? It's just.
You ever hear that site Let Go?
Yes, I've heard it. Yeah.
There's people making money off that site.
I'm sure they are.
You know, so these people who are maybe unemployed will go to an estate sale. Say, you know what? I'm going to drop $1,000 today. Hopefully, I could turn around and make $2,000.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and Let Go, you're not declaring that anywhere.
Not
right?
yet. Some will catch on soon enough.
I don't know how they're going to be able to.
I don't know.
Because how can you guarantee that you sold it?
I don't know. Well, it's probably a location on it. They'll know what state you're selling it from.
If I want to sell this T-shirt to you and Vinny say, listen, I'll meet you at the Wawa at 10 o'clock and just give me $5 for a T-shirt.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Right.
How can anybody catch up to
that? Well,
honestly,
I don't know. Do you need a permit for an estate sale? And if so, does that turn into an automatic 1099 or something like that?
No.
I don't know.
Well,
it might.
For the estate sale, sure. The people selling
this
stuff,
taxes.
They have to declare.
Well, you have to pay taxes when you die anyway.
And you have to pay. You have to pay a tax when you purchase the item. Mm-hmm. What you do with it afterwards and the profit you make.
Well, you're supposed to declare it. That's up to you to declare it.
Right.
If you don't, and they find out about it, then they come and get you. For
well,
money.
some sales they force you to pay the tax up front.
Some do. I'm saying, but if you don't declare it, if it's not claimed up front, they'll come and get you if they found out. Especially if you bought, like, say, you bought a baby grand piano, that didn't sell for $30.
No,
they're not coming at you for $30 or $100. They're coming at you, like you said, for it's probably $5,000 and over, maybe. I'm just guessing, just the number.
Who knows?
But all that aside, for some reason, when you're not expecting to see something, and it just like presents itself to you like that, you're like, what's all these people? Oh, estate sale. And then I'm like, look at X Ground. Look at it. Look at it. U-Haul. It just kind of like threw me off for a few minutes. I'm like, wow. I mean, because we've all had garage sales or been to one.
Sure.
And you listen, you get your certain types. And listen, I don't begrudge anybody, and I'm not making fun of anybody. But it just seemed so disorderly, and it seemed so inappropriate. Just the way it was presented for the 10 seconds that I drove past it. It just seemed like, ew. No, I don't. No. It's like if, God forbid, a business goes out of business, like a restaurant or something like that, and you want to sell the contents of the insides. You're going to get every wacko in the books coming to your doorstop.
I've been one of those wackos.
Okay, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But you look like a pretty reasonable business.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to buy something that I know that I can definitely use.
Right.
I know they need the cash.
Right.
And that's it. I'm not going to.
You're not doing the let go thing. You're not going to say, I'm going to go take that dishwasher home because I'm going to resell it and make $50 on it.
I don't have time for that.
No.
Although it's not a bad business when you think about it. If you got $5,000,
it's eBay. It's eBay light.
It's eBaying with no record.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Which isn't bad.
You ever see those eBay stores that opened up? Are they still in business anymore?
eBay stores?
I think Christian might even know about this. You could bring your stuff to a store, and they would photograph it, present it, help you, describe it, and assist you in the sale of it and take a piece. Take a piece. Just so you don't do it.
But where's the item? They leave it at the store? And they ship it out? Or?
That I don't know. I would think that would have been part. If I ran that kind of business, that would make that part of the business. But then people got smart. You got smartphones, everything. Now you just take a picture with your smartphone, boom, and there it is. I mean, I guess it was a big deal to make it look really nice. But then customers got savvy, I guess, and it's like, we don't need that. Let Go and all these other websites now.
Well, I'm actually thinking, I got some equipment at the club I don't use anymore. I'm actually thinking about throwing it on there. Just say, listen, it's making me zero right now, and I have no use for it.
Yeah.
So if it makes me $20 a piece, I'm ahead of the game.
It's $50 you didn't have in your pocket before. Yeah.
So that might entice me to continue on a little bit. So one day that Ming isn't here, I can take some of these pops.
If you do one at a time, you would never notice. It's like you said, it's like the way the organized crime does things now. One penny at a time.
Skateboard there.
Yeah, it's
Captain America shield here.
He's got a skateboard there. Must be the one from Back to the Future. It's got no wheels. It hovers.
It's a glider.
Oh my God! Is it warm in here or is it me?
It's you.
Okay. Even with the short sleeves, I must be.
I know you're just hot stuff.
No, to piss you off. This is a golf show.
Not as hot as the fire down in Manilokin yesterday, huh?
It made the Weather Channel. Oh, the one in Maniloki. Oh my God. Yeah, that.
Those condos are brand new.
Yeah.
What happened? Did it
I didn't hear about it. I just heard that they said avoid Route 35.
Yeah.
And there was black smoke billowing in the sky.
And a Pine Barrens caught on fire?
Well, that's the one that made the news. The Weather Channel. I was watching the Weather, and they actually, they talked to some people in Barnegat that lived down that way.
Yes.
And they showed the guy raking up his dried leaves in case an ember came out of the sky. Didn't want to burn his house down. Which is, listen, I don't want that to happen to anybody. But
listen, what I'm not getting is, after all the rain we've had,
it's not enough. It's not enough. But it's nature just taking care of itself. You can have a rogue lightning strike, one lightning strike, that causes a fire, and then you're done. What they said, like 12,000 acres done, charred.
it's still going, isn't it?
They said it was 100%
By
controlled.
Fort Dix.
Well, that's a new one.
Oh, it's a new one.
That's a new one. There was the one, I think it was in either Jackson or Barnegat. I think it was Barnegat.
Okay.
That was the original one that we smelled smoke the other day. I guess. Well, you were
Yeah, I was away.
I thought it was a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I got all the windows open, airing out the house and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, somebody must be out. It's a nice day. Maybe somebody's just out burning a fire as they're doing yard work, which is not unusual. But I smelled it all day.
Burning a fire while doing yard work?
Why not? You never did it. You never did a backyard fire pit or anything like that?
No.
Oh my God, you're such a city boy. Okay, let's rephrase this for Dino. Did you ever take a garbage can on the street corner and light it on fire and try to keep warm in the wintertime?
No, we paid our PSE&G bill. Went inside.
But when to get away from mom and dad, that's what they used to do. Go to the corner.
Okay.
What the suburbanites do is that we light up a fire pit in the backyard. We all
Okay.
sit around drinking our coffee at night.
Yeah, coffee.
Yes. Yeah, it's with some special sugar. But that's what I thought. And then I looked up in the sky, and then I was driving the next day to work. I'm like, oh my God, there's still the brown smoke. It was like hovering over like a bad movie. But to answer your question, no, it's never enough rain. It's never.
That's amazing to me.
You know, but it doesn't take much either.
Yeah, I mean, someone could just throw a match or throw a cigarette out the window.
If a tree catches on fire at the top from lightning or the sun,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how much rain is on the ground. You know, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, but how bad does that sun have to be for a tree to catch on fire?
Hot. It doesn't take much.
But it's only April.
Yeah.
That's
supposed to rain a lot this week, though.
That's amazing to me.
It's supposed to rain a lot this week. Yeah, you know. So there's a picture.
How about all the? You see all the Uber incidences now, and
Well, the one that's scary was down South Carolina. You saw that one, right? Jersey girl. Oh. Did you see that, Christian, about that girl? And I mean, we joked a couple shows ago about how I brought up how the criminal got in the cop car thinking it was an Uber.
Yeah.
This poor girl. I mean, we're not going to sit here and make fun of it, but you got to be people. Just be careful,
Right.
especially
First
if you're a
of
young
all,
woman by yourself.
Where are your friends?
Listen,
Where are your friends? Are they too? And you know what? I've seen this happen before. Growing up, we used to go to clubs. We used to leave with. We used to go out to our houses with 3 or 4 guys, and we met up with like 2 or 3 girls, and we were all friends and
2 or
stuff
3.
like that.
You were doing well.
No,
Oh, you mean
I'm saying a
one
group.
for each?
No. I'm saying a group.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we go meet at the club. Nobody was dating anybody.
Yeah. I hear you.
So the girls obviously went together, and the guys usually went together, or 2 cars or whatever.
Right.
And I can't tell you how many times girls that I really didn't know and were meeting guys who I knew and they were friends would hook up and just leave.
Yeah.
And they leave the one girl by herself.
Yeah, that's not right.
Or 2 girls by themselves.
That ain't right, man.
Now, they didn't really know me. So how could they leave their friend with me
They're lucky you're a nice
and
guy.
another guy?
Yeah.
I mean, shame on them.
Yeah.
Women don't get it too. No matter what age you are. I don't care if you're 75. I don't care if you're 10.
Or the woman that you sat next to on the plane.
There's somebody for everybody.
There is.
Yeah.
There really is.
Chuck E. Cheese. But I'm sorry, and it's going to sound chauvinistic. It's going to sound old-fashioned. Women should not go out alone. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Ashley, who can definitely take care of herself.
She could, yeah.
Okay. I don't care if you're a transvestite or a transgender or whatever the combination is that you originally started off as a woman, but now you're a guy. You should not go out.
When you
alone.
say go out, you mean like go out for the night?
Go out alone.
Right.
Be alone. Today's society is not like that anymore. You
Well,
can't do that.
Well, you're taking out daytime shopping and stuff like that because that's
Even there.
well.
You
listen,
got.
We should all be on our guard.
Conscious.
We should all be on our guard for sure.
Definitely.
And you should have your what's the old saying? Have your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
You should look
Okay,
around.
because you know
you're
what? Because the problem is, back, I guess when we were a little younger, if you saw a guy push a girl, what would you do?
Yo, whoa, dude, what are you doing?
Okay. If a guy's pushing a girl right now, what do people do?
Film it with their cameras.
Exactly. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not helping.
Got to get hits on YouTube.
You know, look at that mosque shooting. Was it a mosque or what was
Which one?
The shooting? And it was a mosque,
The one
right?
in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy's videotaping the fucking shooting.
That I don't get. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you drop the phone and maybe try to take down this guy?
It wasn't that footage that you saw. Wasn't anyone filming it? It was the shooter. Like he filmed the whole thing.
He filmed the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah. He wore a camera while he did it.
Oh my
and
God.
and live streamed to Facebook while he did it.
Oh shit!
So we're live streaming, but we don't do shit like that. I mean,
But that's the problem with today's society. So if you see a guy and a girl arguing with each other now, you and I would say something.
if I saw, excuse me, if I thought it was really bad and out of hand, yes.
Like if he just
people will be arguing stuff like that.
if he just like if she's standing by the car and they're yelling and screaming at each other, get in the car. How many people are going to stop her and say, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
That's not going to happen. But he could be yelling, screaming just to put up a front and be kidnapping her right in front of you.
That too, but to be on the side of the person that wants to intervene, you got to be careful. You don't know who's carrying. It's that's what makes it difficult to get involved because you don't know what you're dealing with. You think you're just helping out
Okay.
a help.
So
a help-
what changed?
I don't know.
What changed? Did you think about that 20 years ago?
It's probably more than 20 years ago, believe it or not. Probably more than 20 years ago. I would definitely
on a death wish.
I would
Because
you
I
might
mean, if
be.
I see that, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I mean, is it because of things I've been through in my life? And I'm like, listen, when my time's coming, my time's coming. I
maybe
can't stop
that.
it.
I think a lot of it has to do with the business that you're in because you have to have the occasional confrontation with a customer. Or
But I'm sorry, if I see a guy manhandling a girl,
manhandling. I think, unfortunately,
Ben, if a guy goes like this to the girl,
okay.
do you consider that manhandling? To me, I do.
Unless
So
I'm
when I see that happening, I'm going to intervene.
Unless I'm witnessing the entire event. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I listen. I don't think anybody should put their hands on anybody in any kind of violent manner. Yeah. I don't even want to see guys fighting and stuff like that. It's stupid. It's an ego thing with the guys. But the minute you have to get involved somehow. At the minimum, you got to call 911. Use your phone. Don't videotape it. At least call 911.
Right.
That's the minimum. And of course, the police are going to tell you, don't get involved. Because seriously, why would I put my life or even my livelihood in jeopardy? Because how do I know that he's not doing that? Again, we don't know the circumstance. You see a guy.
You don't know if he's fucking crazy.
Well, not even just that. You say a guy's manhandling his girlfriend at the side of the car, and you go over to intervene. He could have 4 or 5 friends over there watching, and you go over there and you say, "Yo, dude, don't." He may have one of his boys come over, and you could be gangbang.
So then,
bang the shit out of him.
That's a setup. If he's got 4 or
Not
5 guys
necessarily
and
a
he's manhandling
it
a
could
girl,
be.
that means he's trying to kidnap
It
that
could
person
be.
and take him away.
Anything. None of this that you're bringing up has a positive result.
Nothing.
So call 911, verbally say, "Hey, what are you doing? I called the cops. I hope you better just watch yourself." At least you're not physically getting involved, and
Okay.
you're involved, but you're not.
Getting back to my point, though. This girl left a club.
She was going back to campus, I think.
Okay, but I thought she left the bar or club.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
the exact
I'm
word.
going to say if she's Ubering that she was possibly
not
maybe-
100% in her. Yeah,
She didn't go for diet soda.
if she mixed it with something else, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. So, as a friend of hers,
Perhaps, but I don't know. Right.
as a friend of hers, should you not be leery of your friends?
Make sure she gets home okay. Yeah. But nowadays, in the old days, you talk about the old days, you would be like, "Hey, I'm sticking around here, but I'll get you a cab." How different is it today than it is getting a cab? The more
We joke
accountable.
around about the Uber and stuff like that, but literally, I mean, I'm sorry, a single girl going in an Uber, what are you doing?
it's not uncommon. I mean, Christian, I know we're busting your balls about the Uber thing, but in all seriousness, do you have female friends that take Uber by themselves?
Yeah, all the time. Because
Do they feel at all ever 100% secure?
Yes, because there are proper security measures in place. Like Uber has a thing in the app where if there is something wrong with your ride, and you go into the app and report it, I think it goes directly
It's an
to
immediate
the police.
type of alert?
Yeah. Plus,
Okay.
Uber drivers now, because of this girl, and this has been going on for a while now, you're required by Uber to have like a light up sign in your car.
Okay.
You have to prove you're the Uber. So like it's starting to get burned into more and more now that you got to check the
Because
license
they got this guy.
plates.
They got this guy right away.
Yeah, because he was an idiot.
Well, of course. Well,
But
Well,
like,
he wasn't an Uber guy.
I think he was, wasn't he?
no, he wasn't an
Oh,
Uber.
no?
He was just
she
he
got
was just
into
a car.
that wasn't even an Uber. That's my point about her friends leaving her. Why do you do that?
Listen, people make mistakes, but she shouldn't have paid for it. With her
Okay,
life.
so
that's the sad part.
okay,
about
so
it, yeah.
even if she did the right thing and there's practices in place to make sure that she's
Mm-hmm.
safe. She obviously wasn't in the right frame of mind because if she got the app and said, "Okay, he's driving an Altima
yeah,
with this license plate,"
and,
and-
and a name,
and it's
and usually a
a
name is attached to it.
yeah,
too.
and it's a BMW without that same
Why are
license
you
plate
getting
and the
in
wrong
there?
color,
Yeah.
why are you getting in? Because you weren't in a good state of mind,
we
unfortunately,
don't. Yeah,
possibly.
we don't. Yeah,
Okay, and your friend just let you go.
we don't. Yeah, we don't know the circumstances, but yeah,
Not cool.
no.
Plus a lot of horror that's associated with Uber, like getting in the wrong car, is based on like this is fact. Like this actually happened. This is something we should be aware of. But those stories early on of like the fear of like getting in cars that aren't
Yeah.
yours was all like kind of like just internet stuff that kind of got overblown. Meaning like
It was probably planted by Lyft for the competition. We laugh and joke, but it's a possibility.
If there's one death because of it,
Something's got to change.
one rape because of it,
Yeah.
then the system's not correct.
Yeah. Christian, where's she from?
She's from New Jersey.
No, I know, but where? Does it say where in Jersey? We don't want to give her name out because that's not the right thing to do. People can look it up on their own. Robbinsville.
Robbinsville, Mercer County.
Yeah. I mean that's just a damn shame. And listen, bad things are going to happen in this world, whether you're careful or you're not careful.
Okay.
It's unfortunate, and that's just the reality of it.
She was expected to graduate this spring
Yeah.
and begin classes in Drexel. She was a high school senior. Right? I would think,
Is that what you're
right?
saying? I thought she was
Killing
a
of
student.
21-year-old university. Yeah, she was a.
No, she was a senior at South
She was-
Carolina.
Oh, okay. She was starting her master's.
Yeah. We have some viewers that watch us. They're from South Carolina. I mean, but I know I saw the story. They had the guy's picture up like the next day. They found him. It's just like, so he's, I don't know. It makes you think twice about taking Uber, whether you're male or female or whatever. Because listen, they could take you on because I think what happened was, if I heard correctly, he put on the child locks. She couldn't even get out of the car even if she wanted to. I think that's what I read. So you could cars have child locks on them. It essentially becomes a cop car.
So this guy went to this area of a bar area, college town, with that purpose in mind.
Absolutely. What did she do to piss him off? Nothing. She was.
Shame.
It's a damn shame. Whether it be her or anybody else, because if it wasn't her, it would have been somebody else. There's no doubt. She wasn't
No.
personally targeted.
No.
He was taking the first warm body that came into his vehicle that night, and he's a piece of crap. So we want to say hello to John, Edgar, Dawn, Alan. How you guys doing today? Thanks for tuning in Thursday morning.
Do they have jobs?
Speaking of jobs,
You
I'm
I'm
not-
guy here.
yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't want. I'm not getting into that. I'm gonna.
But you ass truck.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
There's a mail slot.
Yeah. I'm gonna change my form of.
I don't
delivery
understand
service.
why UPS interrupted our podcast. Are we getting special delivery from one of our fans? They mail us breakfast?
I'm not opening that package. I don't know about you. That ain't
After
happening.
what we talked about now.
That's not happening. No.
No.
Yeah. But so, boy, we really started off on a down note today. A couple of down notes. Estate sales, bad.
Well, you said the estate sales.
Yeah, but
I was just talking about how much I love Jersey. And
but how you
went
hated
off
being in the
into
middle seat of the
sunset.
plane because of a big fat lady.
She was big.
Huh?
She was big.
Did you ever get her name?
Miss Piggy.
Piggy, piggy, pigette.
Listen,
All
and-
combined.
and it doesn't have to be a large. I once sat next to.
I'm sorry, but you got to know.
I once sat next to a smelly guy for 3 hours on a plane. That. There's no, what do you do about that?
Do I need to mention the smell on her?
I can only assume. Does it take much just to put on some deodorant or take a shower and then some deodorant before you get on a
Oh,
plane?
you're asking for too much. man.
My God.
When my mother came back from Italy when my father died, she was in a sling. She couldn't sit for a long period of time. So we got her a first class seat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we knew what her restrictions were.
Yeah, she wanted to be comfortable
she
for
couldn't-
8 hours.
She couldn't move her arm any more than this. So if she sat in a regular
What'd she
chair,
do?
Well, the car accident when my father died.
That's right. Yeah.
So she was in pretty bad shape. We were conscious enough to realize, hey, listen, we got to put her in first class because
It's worth
for
the
her
extra
comfort,
money. It's
but
worth
also it's warranted.
it. Sure.
And I'm sorry, if you can't put your belt on a plane, you can't put your belt on.
Don't they have extenders on the seatbelts on
Yes.
planes? Because she can't be the. First of all, she can't be the only one, and she's not the largest person ever to fly.
In one seat? Maybe.
How would you like to be that second person in the row of 3, next to the person has to buy 2 seats? You're like, oh, I got my ticket. I'm on seat D. You're like, and you go there and you sit down and you're, oh, I'm on seat D. And you see somebody coming over and they sit down, they lift up the arm thing. I'm B and C. I'm like, oh my God.
I'd be better at that. That'd be okay.
You'd be okay, but I mean, do you want to be that person that has to buy the 2 seats though? That's gotta
No,
be
you don't want to be that person, but I understand. But listen, there's other things too. If I broke my leg,
Yeah.
all right, if I broke my leg or I was paralyzed, God forbid, in this position, I know I can't buy a regular seat.
Now, would you buy 2 seats just because you wanted to?
No, I'd have to.
No, if you weren't injured or sick or big, would you ever just buy 2 seats just to have the
You
extra?
know what? If the price is right, it ain't a bad idea. If it's physically possible to do that, I don't know if you can do that. Under the same name, buy 2 seats on a plane.
Well, if you're big, you can.
Do you remember that incident with Kevin Smith in Southwest when they were like, "You're too fat to fly," and he had bought 2 seats?
No.
No.
This is I pulled it up. This was back in 2010. He had with Southwest. I think you're actually supposed to do that. You're allowed to buy 2 seats if you're a bigger gentleman. Mm-hmm. You just got to prove it. It's easy to prove.
Wait, take a selfie?
I don't know how that goes, but like,
Buy me.
but in accordance with the policy, Smith had purchased two tickets, and then they forced him off the plane.
Oh wow.
Well, I'll tell you this. Why would an airlines care? If I want to buy 60 seats and pay the rack rate,
The plane's lighter.
plane's lighter.
You can carry more in your luggage,
I can't.
right?
Exactly.
Wouldn't no? They still
Less snacks.
would they still
You know how that
would they still
expensive is.
charge you the overage? Say you're like the one of there's like 60 empty seats because you bought them all. Would they still charge you the overage? Oh yeah. No, the one thing I learned from that article he put up there was that Kevin Smith is 47 years old. I did the math. He was 39 at the time. That was 8 years ago.
Very good. Towns River graduate.
Absolutely. East Side.
So, how many times have you been on a merry-go-round in Seaside Heights?
Never.
You never went on a merry-go-round in Seaside Heights?
I may have when I was little. I don't remember. I couldn't even tell you.
I'm taking it down this weekend.
Yeah. Aren't they putting it someplace else?
They're going to put on the other side of the
Yeah,
boardwalk where
they
the
want
rides
to
are.
make. I tell you what, I've been walking the boardwalk lately. They're doing a nice job.
They got cash.
And the beach is looking good too. Have you seen the
Yeah.
beach? It's huge.
Yeah.
It's enormous. I mean, it's not quite Wildwood, but it's getting close.
Yeah.
So they did a lot of that.
Well, they look like they're
a lot of that
extending
sand
that
replenishment.
boardwalk where it burnt down a couple years ago.
What's that?
The boardwalk where
Yeah.
it burnt down. It
What
looked
about
like
it?
they're extending out a little
That's what I'm
bit.
saying. It looks good. Yeah, they had that
Oh, I thought you were
big.
talking about the other side.
No, that part, the one by Sawmill.
Yeah.
But they have this big piece that goes way out into the beach area. I wonder what they're going to do with that. It's a perfect place to put a restaurant. You know. Well, it looks like everything is all wired right now. Not going to have any more fires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is Seaside Heights the boardwalk that basically fell into the sea with the roller coaster
Yes.
during Sandy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the pier. That was the was that Casino Pier? I think
Casino Pier,
It was
yeah.
Casino Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm actually thinking about going down there on Sunday.
Why Sunday? What's going on?
That's the last day. They're going to take it down.
Oh,
couple
really?
years. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I remember being.
They get a selfie on it.
I think it was by the old Berkeley sweet shop back in the old days. It was like right. It was the candy store.
Yeah.
I think one of our viewers, she used to work. A friend of mine used to work there.
Yeah.
And I think the merry-go-round was right behind it. So it was pretty cool. I can't even tell you the last time I was on it. I'm not a big ride guy.
No, I'm not either.
Plus, I don't like going in circles. I know merry-go-round doesn't go very fast.
Nah, it doesn't go
whole-
fast. It goes up and down. Up and down.
The whole spinning thing, I can't do. Can't do spinning. I used to. Not anymore, man.
No, you can't spin?
No.
No spin classes for you?
No. Well, that's stupid. Spin class it's riding a bike. It's just dumb. Speaking of spinning, got to bust your balls a little bit. How about those Mets? 5-1.
But they were 11-1 last year.
They were. You listened to the same broadcast I did this morning on the way in.
Yeah.
But they're a better team.
But did you hear the news flash?
Which one?
Brian Cashman stubbed his toe. 10-day injured reserve.
Oh, God. Yankees have a lot of guys that are injured. Funny how
Their payroll on injured reserve is more than a Marlins
typical
payroll.
Yankee fan, you start talking about the Mets and they spin it right back to the Bronx.
Because it's just...
You just do.
I'm
You just do.
Jacob deGrom.
It's unbelievable.
The Mets should be showcasing. He should be the next Seaver.
But
the Mets are not doing a good job promoting him.
Well, they paid him. They finally paid him. They gave him his
paid him,
contract.
okay.
Listen, they did the right thing.
DeGrom should be all over the billboards in New York City right now.
He's not
Why
that kind of.
isn't he?
He's not that kind of guy.
He's not, but they should be promoting him.
Yes, it's wins and losses. I don't care about that stuff. He's the guy. He's the face of the franchise now.
He's the face of the franchise.
There's no doubt about it.
But make him the face.
Listen, I'm not a big fan of the Wilpons. I'm not a big detractor of the Wilpons because I could care less about ownership and stuff like that. That stuff I don't consider that stuff. It'll happen. They got their guy, and there's nobody else that's the face of the franchise right now. Conforto could be, but he's not good enough yet. He's a young, good-looking Italian kid. He could be, but DeGrom is just. Did you watch any of the game last night?
No.
Listen, the guys, nobody can hit him. Not that I want to sit here and spew stats. It's now, he has not given up 3 runs or more in a game since last April.
That's pretty good.
Nobody's done that since like ever.
His ERA this year is
He's the only guy ever to go that
0.0.
long. Nobody.
Oh, Bob Gibson, they said.
No, quality starts. It's another stat. It's a different stat. It's,
they're all these fucking stats.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stats. But he's the first guy since Bumgarner to hit a home run and strike out 14 guys in a game. Listen, I watched him pitch last night. They can't hit him. They can't hit him. Nobody can. And they say, it's the Marlins. It has nothing to do with it.
No.
Nobody's. The Nationals got to him a little bit on opening day, but he still gave up 0 runs.
Yeah.
So, that's the bottom line. You give up 13 hits, who cares? But if they don't score any runs, who cares? He's just, listen. And it's nice, being a Mets fan that I am, it's nice to see that they're off to a good start. And they've added some good pieces.
Yeah.
So they're going to contend.
Yep.
And that division is difficult this year.
They're going to be beating each other up.
Right.
I don't see anybody winning 90 games in that division.
Well, this is the way you have
up.
to look at it. You have 4 teams in your division you play against because there's 5 in each division. You play everybody 19 times. So whatever 19 times 4 is 76. 76.
76. 76. Fuck.
It's
I made a math
and you're the
mistake.
math guy, right? And
I
knew
made a
it.
math mistake. Holy shit.
So you figure if you go
getting old.
50-50 for those 76 games, say everybody beats each other up.
Yeah.
And so that's what, 37 and 38 or 39 or whatever. But if you beat the crap out of the Marlins, which everybody's going to
The
do.
Marlins aren't going to lose 120 though either.
No, but if within the division, everybody beats them, say out of the
10
19
times.
games, say 10 times. Well, it's 10-9. Then everybody's 500. But I'm saying, but if you beat them, say 12 times out of the 19,
Right.
you're 7 games up on your opponents.
No, they're all 7 games up.
No, I say if you do and they don't, that's what I should have said. And if they win 1 or so less,
Right.
then the division will be won on the outside
Yeah.
of the division, which can be, depending on road trips and stuff
Who's
like
the East playing this year?
that. They play everybody. It's all.
No, the NL East is playing.
In the American League, I don't even know.
They're not playing Yankees.
No,
Well, they will be
And
playing Yankees
they're not
for
playing
a couple.
but they're not playing the West. I know that it might be
Central, I think.
It might be the Central,
think
which
it's
is
Central.
the Tigers,
Indians,
White Sox,
that's a
Indians will be
division.
tough. Indians will be tough.
That's a division you could beat up too.
Well, not the Indians. White Sox are playing good
Kansas
ball.
City,
They're not what they used to be.
Detroit.
They suck. Although
They do suck.
they did take care of the Yankees.
They
though.
did.
Wow.
Yankees suck right now.
Wow. I mean, listen, I don't like the Yankees, but that Judge guy, he's
fucking
see
amazing.
that throw he made was it
amazing.
yesterday? He's a big guy that can move. But I got to say, that whole judge's chamber, wherever the hell they got in there, stop.
Amazing.
Stop. It's
amazing.
enough. It had its run. You think it's going to be there for the next 16 years? Morons walking around with the white
What do you want?
wigs and-
Conforto confetti? What do you want?
That's a good one. I like that.
Conforto confetti?
Yeah, that's if you can hit it once in a while. Ay.
Who's that? The Grom guy? I
cut
heard
his
he's a
hair.
good pitcher.
Now, he cut his hair and became a better pitcher.
Maybe Syndergaard should think
Syndergaard,
about
he
that.
puts his hair up in a bun. I mean, listen, I like the
Got the
guy.
man bun.
He's a great. I don't want to say he's a great pitcher. He's a very good pitcher. Dude,
It-
stop. Enough.
Can you win 100 games in your lifetime before you start spewing shit?
Or do what DeGrom's doing. I mean, DeGrom's had maybe 3 good years, 2 outstanding years,
Yeah.
and he's on his way to another third. Until you get to that level, cut your hair or comb it.
Or shut up?
Yeah,
Instead of positioning for DeGrom to get his extended contract.
although he did back up his boy, I'll give him that much.
Yes,
he
he
did.
backed him up.
He
Yes.
didn't say, "What am I getting?" He did say, "Pay the guy. He could do it." And although he did get extra sleep last night, Syndergaard,
Why is that?
because Major League Baseball royally stuck it up their butts. The Mets had to play a night game in Miami last night,
Mm-hmm.
and their home opener's tonight at 1:00.
Okay.
No, I'm just,
It's a 2-hour flight. Come on.
yeah, but by the time how they do. They send the starting pitchers home. He got to take a ride home. Got to spend, so he got to go set up his little apartment.
All right. Well, that's
You know,
good.
because you know how we bitched about that last week.
Yeah.
How I got to set my apartment? Okay. I don't know this for a fact, and I'm sure there's some of our viewers out there who probably know this that know some rich celebrities and ball players. Here's my key. Go set up my apartment for me. Here's $5,000, $10,000, whatever. There's got to be a service out there that you take care of the personal assistance of setting up apartments or condos or homes for professional athletes. Don't you think?
all
Now you work with celebrities.
Yeah.
You know that they're able to afford some things. Don't you think that if they're traveling back and forth, East Coast, West Coast, don't you think they would pay somebody to go take care of their home for them?
All right. I have a couple questions here on this.
I'll try to
First
answer.
of all, when did his lease start?
Yeah.
Was he not on the Mets last year?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me he cancels his lease in October,
Maybe upgrading.
knowing that they're never going to go to November?
Maybe he was upgrading. Maybe moving to a different place.
Okay. So why do you upgrade in April or March?
maybe
Why
it's-
don't you, in the middle of January, you're not doing nothing after Christmas, the couple gifts you got, you hang on the wall and go get your apartment set up in January?
He doesn't have a wife or a girlfriend that's lived with him, or a family member that can help him. No, I'm just saying.
See what it looks like.
I heard he's a mama's boy. Similar.
Okay, well then he should have called his mother up to help him.
Ma.
Mom, pick up.
Go to New York.
Bed Bath and Beyond for me. Here's my credit card.
Do you think mom and dad have to pay for anything? Even
No.
even with his salary.
No.
So Ma, I got to go travel. I got to go do training. Can you do me a favor? I want a 4-bedroom. I want it 40 floors or up. Go find me something and set it up. Here's my credit card. Go set
Why
it up.
not?
You
Even
know
a
what I mean?
realtor. Just say, hey,
That's
listen,
what I'm saying.
I need a realtor.
That's what I'm saying. These guys. So for him to say, I got to go set up. What? You got to go hang your toilet paper up? Get matching towels? And you're worried about that in DeGrom's contract?
Not hanging up your Cy Young award.
No. Go to the store, get me more rubber bands for my hair. Listen, and I'm a Mets fan. Shut up, Noah. Go out there, and you got beat up. You gave up 6 runs in your last game. Shut up. Today, you better do something. Opening day.
Oh yeah, he's gonna hear the boos very quickly.
Oh, New York! Look at the Yankees.
I'll tell you.
You know they're getting booed
You know what?
already.
Who was it? Who said it today about Keuchel?
Oh, they were talking about that on the radio.
Jim Brewer was talking about Keuchel.
Oh, how funny is he?
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy.
If Syndergaard has a bad day today, I bet you Keuchel signs with the Mets.
He's not going to take his spot, but he would just add to
He'll sign with
the
the Mets.
rotation. Yeah. But you heard Steve
That
Phillips
Brody
say,
guy will go out and
Yeah.
get him. They said, "Fuck this. Let's get Keuchel."
Van Wagoner. What a name that is.
Because I'll tell you, I think Syndergaard is slowly nailing his coffin.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Did you just put that up there for me to look at? Juan Lagares is hurt again. Done. Cut his
Toe
ass.
injury.
Cut his ass. Well, you ever had
Brian
a toe?
Cashman just told this morning he's only on 10-day DR.
Did you hear politically correct Major League Baseball's now? There's no more. There's no more disabled
Oh, no,
list.
the IR. I see
It's it's the injured list
Injured reserve.
because they were offending people that were disabled. I mean, listen, you're less politically correct than I am. Come on,
I am.
yeah, you are. But let's face that they've been called the disabled list for 125 years. Now in 2019, people are getting offended. Oh, we have to change it to the injured list. We know that they were injured, but you could be disabled and not injured, right?
Sure.
You could have a mental problem that's not letting you throw the ball over the plate. What are they going to do? Lie and say, oh, he's got a bad arm. No, he's crazy. He can't throw the ball over the plate. But we got to call it the injured
Who's
list
that
now.
guy from the Cardinals had all the time?
Oh, and Keel. Oh, my
Keel.
God.
Yeah, we're getting Keel.
Came to the Mets for a while, too.
What's going to make a comeback, supposedly, I heard.
No, he's done. No, he's done. He's like,
Are you sure?
He's in his 40s. Yeah, he can't come back. He's done.
I thought I heard that in spring training. He
No,
wanted
but
to
I
come
mean,
back.
but are we that bad of a society? We can't call it a disabled
can't
list.
say nothing
I mean,
anymore.
come on. I mean, listen, I agree with a lot of the stuff that you have to change the vernacular for. I get that, but it's sports. You're disabled. If you can't perform physically, you are technically disabled. Yes?
Yep.
It's a disabled list.
Yep.
So what is
I think the problem was that people who are disabled, they're disabled for
life?
life.
Yeah.
That's where I think the offense comes in.
But
You
don't
know-
you think that they watch sports? Do you think they turn it on every day and say, I'm offended by that list? They don't care.
No, they don't care.
It's the people that want to make it an issue because they want to protect those people that they need protection. Listen, if you're injured, handicapped, or disabled, I can't speak for them because I don't know. I would, for myself, I would not want to be catered to. I would want to be treated as an equal for the most part. You know, if you can open a door for me or help me, do some stuff, yeah, it'd be great. I appreciate that. But don't treat me like I'm an invalid, even though I am an invalid.
So, it's funny
Come
you say
on.
that because I had a situation in Arizona. When we sell the tickets for the...
Are they only 2 hours behind? They don't do the whole clock thing,
no,
right?
that was 3 where I was.
Oh, okay.
Phoenix was 3. But we sell tickets, and obviously people come in, and I stamp their hand because we have 3 different levels of tickets. So the first level is an okay stamp.
Okay.
Okay? So I had a couple of people who were in wheelchairs, and I stamped their hand.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Garrison.
I-
So I actually had a woman say to me, "You're not going to remember she's in this?" I said, "I made her feel like everybody else."
Yeah.
I stamped her hand. She goes, "Oh, I never thought of that."
Stamp. Oh, we know who you are. You're a crick.
Yeah.
I mean, how stupid is that?
Because if I didn't stamp her hand, but that's going to be the letter
But
to me.
that's the whole-
Why didn't you treat me like everybody else?
Well, you just validated my point, though. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do, and you did not do it because somebody out there is actually thinking about it. You think he's going to stamp her hand? Let's see. Why do you even care? Why do you even care? How about you say to her, "Hey, look, I'm going in first. You might want me to hold the door open for you. It looks like you're going to be struggling." No, but they want to make sure they want to make a scene, or shut up. How about you just do the right thing? Hold the door open for the person. Say, "Hey, you know what? Sit at our table. There's plenty of room over here." Make them feel welcome. No.
Except in a cab. Just leave me alone.
Oh my God.
Just leave me alone.
You ever take a cab that's a minivan?
Yes.
That's wild.
Backs up and down.
It's like, why bother put the seatbelt on? You just bounce around. It doesn't make a difference. Oh my God almighty. So anyway,
What time are we at, Christian?
I don't even know.
Juan Lagares out for the year.
That's
What position he play?
he's an outfielder.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is that a Cespedes fan?
Who? 5-1. We don't need him. Oh my God.
Who?
Shoot
who,
me now. I just said we. The Mets don't need him.
Who would take Cespedes?
It's not him. It's his contract.
Who? Like I'm saying, who would take that?
No, you know who.
How many years?
You know the Yankees would take him.
No, Yankees won't even touch him. They won't even touch him.
At this point in time, if he comes back, it's a bonus. But where would you put him?
I would say they would go to Trout and say, "Hey, listen,
No, he's already signed.
we'll pay you.
$440 million.
We'll pay you
man.
instead." California not doing nothing. Get rid of him. Get rid of
They'll be fine. They're gonna build.
But going
him.
back to promoting DeGrom, so now I'm in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little bit of time. Went to go get some lunch, and there was this art festival, and
Excuse
they
me.
have the street lights, and they have the flags. Guess which California player was on the Arizona streets?
So I'm guessing it wasn't Trout.
Nope.
California player. Kershaw.
Nope.
Was it a Dodger?
No.
Was it an athlete?
was an angel.
It was an
an
angel. And it wasn't Trout. Pujols.
Otani.
Okay. He's a
And
he's
I'm
hurt.
saying to
He's not even
myself, why is Arizona promoting Otani? And it's because they do the spring training there
playing.
in Arizona.
Yeah. Okay.
So throughout the streets of Arizona, by ASU, it's Shohei Otani
Okay.
on the flag. That's promotion. He's not even in your state.
He's not even in the lineup. He's not even playing.
But if you look at DeGrom's face, you look at Shohei Otani's face, who's going to recognize who?
Well, clearly not the ground.
And not because he's Oriental. They're just going to recognize his face because his face is all over the freaking place.
You allowed to say Oriental? I thought it was Asian.
Asian, Oriental,
I just
Chinese, Japanese.
Well, he's actually Japanese.
Okay, Japanese,
Okay. Or is he Korean? I don't know.
Korean, South Korean, North Korean, whatever he is.
Okay.
You're going to recognize that face more than DeGrom's. So the Mets need to do something. He should be the next Seaver in my book.
Well, you have to be careful. You can't put statues up quite yet. But he should be on billboards. He should be in all the
Yes.
advertisement. I'm watching one of the games the other day. They had a Jaguar commercial or something like that. Brandon Nimmo did the commercial. He struck out like 87,000 times already this year. You doing commercials? Some guys don't want to do that stuff, though. So we don't know what his level of comfort is to put himself out there. We don't know.
Okay, but
because we're not familiar with the situation. So
right, I understand
we
that.
really don't
If he
know.
doesn't want to do a commercial, that's something. That's like
Not
Trout.
unusual.
Trout doesn't want to do a commercial.
He does very few. Very few.
He doesn't do any commercials, and I get that. But if you walk through Anaheim Stadium, are you not going to see Trout pictures all over the place?
Used to be Mickey Mouse. That's a Disney. It's all Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the Mets? If anything has Mets on it, it should be a picture of DeGrom right now.
Yeah. I
There should be little pops of DeGrom right now.
totally agree.
There should be bobbleheads of DeGrom all over the place.
Bobbleheads.
Him holding a Cy Young
They're having
Award.
this weekend. I think they have a bobblehead night.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Holding
see,
his
that's a
little-
good move.
Holding his little Cy Young Award. Which is
No
kinda-
shit,
Yeah,
really?
swear to God, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they should have that.
They should. It's funny. We're talking Mets, and I know I just found something online today that I'd like listening to. And
What do you got? What do you think about the
Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kid.
just had to do that one time.
you stopped at
Is
the
that- is
kids,
Yeah.
but they don't bring their wives anymore?
Well, if it's game 1 through 14, it's with mom. Game 15, it's with dad. Because you have to split
And
the
the games
tickets up
afterwards are Guma.
only on Fridays. You know how that works. Come on, Fridays are for the Gumads.
They got to change that song.
That's a great song.
That's
how
an
many
old
teams? There's
song.
what 30 teams, 32 teams. How many of them have songs that you recognize? Yankees. They don't have words to the Yankees and the Mets song. You go to Kansas City. Do they have a theme song? No. You go to Tampa Bay. Do they have a theme song? No. You're a kid growing up. You knew that song that I just played.
Yeah.
You're not even a Met fan.
No.
I'm not a Yankee fan, but as kids growing up, we watched both games, Channel 9,
Yeah.
Channel 11, right? That's what we watched. If one wasn't on, You knew this. You knew that sound. If you were in the kitchen grabbing some food, and
You knew the
dad
game was coming
Dad
on.
put on channel 11 at 7:00,
You wobble into the
you
dining room.
knew what game was on. I don't know. Know what I like about this? This actually turned into a sports show today. Not so bad. Sports show, big people on planes. I mean, it's an amalgam. Isn't that a word?
What do you think about the Bryce Harper reception?
It's expected. His bowing to the crowd is annoying as hell.
Well, that's
His pumping is he gets a
duh.
well they all do that. It's stupid.
That's,
but he's just like doing the old Jersey Short thing when he gets a base hit. Stop. You're getting paid $358 million. That's your job. Hit a home run.
You know,
Listen, he's fine.
listen. I'm not a big person on the end zone dancing.
Don't bother.
I mean, the Billy White Shoes Johnson back in the day.
That was great.
Hysterical.
It was great.
All
Aaron out,
right.
we used to say he's airing out his you know what.
Yeah, but I don't really mind it too much.
Bat flips?
But-
Where do you want bat flips? I don't mind it. I don't care.
I mean, Felix Mian was the best at it, wasn't he?
Well, he had choked up. He choked all the way up on the bat. Yeah, Felix me on.
But I think there's more to that Bryce Harper situation than anybody knows. I think they offered him that kind of money, and he said, "Nah, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
Or was he thinking ahead of time, thinking that Trout was going to come to Philly and make his life easier?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm surprised Trout stayed.
I'm not. They're all doing it now. All the contracts now. Everybody's
I know,
they're
everyone's
all-
extending.
and good for them.
Good.
Good for
Well,
them.
baseball needed that.
Yeah, they need some
You
stability.
need the same. You need the same team on the back of your card for a little bit. You know, you don't have a Jeter out there right now who's going to be with a team for years. Now Trout may be that person.
He will be. Yeah, well, he will be.
All right. You don't have that.
We need more of it.
You know, Jeter, Posada.
Well, DeGrom will be because he'll be 30 something. He's 30 now. He'll be like 35 when his contract. He's not. Where's he gonna go after that? I don't know. We'll be fine.
You know, for the Mets, you hope that it's going to be Conforto.
What I love.
What?
Edgar's a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
I played the Mets song. He did the vomit thing.
Oh, he did. Edgar, what's going on,
Christian,
baby?
do me a favor. Our friend Alan commented something about the plane. I can't read it. It's too small. What did Alan say about the airplane thing?
You're looking at all the wrong. If the plane went
Nice,
to go
Christian.
down and you had the passenger in to survive, you'd be the first in line at the door at the dinner buffet. What? I'm lost.
I don't know. Yeah,
You're looking at this all wrong. If the plane were to go down and you had to
eat all the passengers.
eat the passengers to survive, you'd be the first in line.
There you
First
go.
one-
That all right. That's a good one. Okay, we'll give him that. But you'd
Yeah,
have
but
to,
it's like eating like bad pork. It's a lot of fat on there.
but to survive, if you crash in the Peruvian
My
mountains,
cholesterol. She was big.
you got.
Now, I could get the crumbs off her shirt, maybe. That's a buffet.
We'll give Alan a half thumbs up on that one. That was
All right.
We'll give him.
Eh.
That wasn't bad.
I'm clumsy gun.
He's Italian. Men's
All right. Thank you, Alan.
But my sister's on. Doreen is on.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, baby.
Hey, ladies. The Mutts. People call them. There's such a love-hate relationship between the Mets and the Yankees. Fans.
Because you're the stepchild.
Well, it's not the Mets fans.
Why?
It's not the Mets fans' fault that they were born in '62. I mean, they weren't around. There's nothing they could do about that. You know. But it's nice to see on a Thursday morning, pushing lunchtime here, people tuning in.
Yeah.
This is good.
A lot of unemployed people out there.
Well,
Unemployment's rising, I think.
people work various hours.
Well,
these
yeah,
days,
people
these days.
people have their phones going, and
Absolutely.
maybe they could be at work and listening at the same time and watching, which
Absolutely.
is nice.
Why not?
We
Yes.
appreciate that.
And we can promote. We're on SoundCloud now,
Yes.
so we will send those links out, and people
And
can
hopefully
listen,
iTunes very soon,
Yeah, you
as
guys
soon as
can
they
listen-
accept us.
listen in the car, at work, backyard.
And Vinny and I are possibly talking about should we say, a sports show.
Yeah.
For the Philly, New York, and New Jersey area.
And more. Well, we can talk about.
All right, I'm not going to
Well-
talk about the Colorado Rockies, right?
No, but-
Nolan Arenado
but
is
we-
Italian, though, isn't he?
I hope so.
Arenado? I think he's Italian.
So you have to be careful with
There's
some
a
of those
lot
names.
of decent Italians out there now. Aronola?
Yeah.
Nolan Arenado?
Conforto.
Mimo?
I don't. Is that Italian?
Nemo?
Have you seen him?
I don't know. I didn't think Arenado was Italian until I took a look at him.
Well,
with
you have
his
to be
helmet
careful. You can have Latin and Italian can be confused. Could be both. Like my name, Vavaro, could go either way. Your name, no.
off. Your name is not either way.
Christian, help us out.
Vavaro?
Couldn't that go Latin as well? My last name, Varvaro. Anthony Varvaro, the guy that pitched for the Braves.
How's he doing now?
Oh, I think he's working for New Jersey Transit. Yeah, yeah, he's not doing so well. But hey, he got more than I did in the majors, so that's fine.
If he was Latin, he'd still be in the majors.
No. If you saw a picture of him, when somebody said, "Oh, you related to him?" I looked at a picture and I said to the person, I said, "No." But yeah, there's been some great Italian ball players, but we'll save that for our upcoming, perhaps
Yes.
new venture. You never know.
We're thinking about it.
Edgar, not Italian.
We have to wear jerseys, though, every show.
I don't wear jerseys. I don't do that. I'll wear jackets, sweatshirts.
Okay.
I don't do the,
something showing
Yeah, we can
an
do that.
emblem.
Yeah, I don't do hats though.
But we have hair. Why would we wear hats?
Well, that doesn't explain Christian.
No, his,
He no,
he's
it's funny.
controlling
He
his hair.
came into the building today with no hat on, and he's sitting behind the camera, and he puts the hat on.
It's the shtick. You don't get it.
Shtick.
It's a shtick. That's him.
It is.
That is him.
Do you have more than one of those, or do you just have just the gray one?
Not just the gray one.
Ming's not paying you enough. We're gonna have to negotiate a better contract for you.
I've seen that T-shirt before, though.
Yes, that's the Buzz and Woody
From what movie?
Toy Story. I don't know if it's
I
1,
don't
2, or
know.
3.
Looks
or
like
4,
light.
or
All of them.
Toy Story 12. How many of these freaking movies are they gonna make?
Well, the fourth one's coming up.
My God.
Buzz looks like he's behind the horse over there. Look at him. He's got his hand on the horse.
Yeah, you don't see the right hand.
Hey, that's your thought process, you sick fucks.
You don't want to wear it.
There's a reason why he's got the helmet on,
I
right?
don't know.
And the horse is
Cowboy
smiling.
is smiling.
The horse is too. Look at the horse. He's like,
What the hell?
unbelievable. So,
Moving right along.
well, I think we're done.
We're done?
I think we didn't get to anything today. We're done.
How about the 2 minutes set his friend on fire?
Two Jabips set their friend on fire while he was asleep. And it had to be Burlington County.
But look at the pictures of those guys.
No,
You
I don't-
see- Please, look at them.
Oh, you surprised?
Who would even give him a match? And what about this pot thing? Are we passing this pot thing? What? I'm hearing it
Just
again.
pass
They're going to vote again next
Just
month.
pass. Just pass. Just
what
pass
is
it.
this?
I don't. You know what?
Is there nothing else going on in this state besides the pot?
Oh, I did hear our governor went out to California to go
Get weed?
No, well, that's a given, I'm sure. But no, he's trying to get more movies to come to New Jersey to be filmed here. So he wants to go
love
give them
that.
tax breaks.
I would love that.
Like $75 million.
I would love that.
I know. And do you think if there's a state law, some cities like
I wouldn't move if we became the next New York East, because New York's possibly getting rid of their film program.
why? Why would anybody want to do that? Doesn't Brooklyn have all these studios?
Yeah, New York is I think the second biggest filming hub
Yeah.
besides L.A. and Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up there.
But but that's going back to why we like Jersey so much.
There's an
Because
attraction here,
You
man.
can build your film studio in the middle of Monroe, New Jersey. Okay? In an hour, you can go to the mountains. In 45 minutes, you go to the beach. And
An hour
you can go to the city.
Yep, and you can go to Philly.
And you can go to the hood in Newark. And then you go down to Atlantic City and watch the casinos. How many setups in a movie did I just name? All within an hour.
And you got the Pine Barrens.
And you got the Pine Barrens.
You can
the
shoot any
Protobody.
horror movie. That
Exactly. So
You got the beach.
why wouldn't you come to Jersey to film?
If it saves me taxes,
What's
I'm
going
all,
to save
I'm
you
all for
costs?
it. That's what I'm saying. Well,
Traveling alone. I mean, California.
New Jersey can play so many different places.
and just think about it. If you're
That's
the
what's
cast,
so cool.
you could still stay in Manhattan,
Sure.
and they could just put you on a bus or in a limo.
It
and
covers you for horror movies, comedy, love movies,
Gangster movies.
movies,
all kinds of gangsters.
documentaries.
Did you guys see the trailer for that movie Joker?
No.
No, I'm asking because
I didn't.
they actually filmed
Is
most
that a
of that
Batman
movie.
movie?
Yeah, it's the Joker's origin story, and they filmed most of it in Newark.
Well, isn't Gotham City based on?
Gotham's in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey. Yeah.
So not only is it
Really?
right
Yeah.
for the
Even
Not-
I knew that, and I'm not into those movies. Yeah, it is.
not only is that right, but I think it's so cool that now that we're starting to be welcome to more film.
Well,
and
that'd
TV
be a smart
projects.
move.
So for you people out there that are not in New Jersey, that say you guys are talking Jersey, Jersey's over and done with.
Watch, we're gonna have celebrities come on now.
Yeah. Maybe celebrities that make good news, not
At
like
least walk-ons.
not like those that pay for their kids to go to college that were born here. But listen,
That'd be great.
all of it would be. Yeah, it would be. And
How hard is that to do? How can you not convince a film studio to move over?
well, you have so much, and what it's going to do is it's going to increase employment in the state, right? Because
lot.
you're going to hire all of the local. Because if you're gonna the remotes and stuff like that, well, we have to be choosy with the locals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and you have unions coming in.
That's a topic for a whole other show. But you know what I'm saying? But there'll be localized employment
Sure.
within the state. And because a lot of movies and TV shows, if one project could be filmed in 5-6 different states, depending on what
Yeah,
they
and you don't
need.
have to do that here.
We had Law and
No,
Order
you don't have to
film
do-
here for the longest time, and then our tax incentives went away because
Where-
I think
yeah, but
Chrissy
they shot a lot of it in the city though. What
Oh, they shot a lot of Law and Order SVU in the city.
They had to.
But
They had
a lot of the interiors and a lot of exterior
Oh, really?
shots were in Bergen County.
okay.
But then Chrissy got rid of our tax
Yeah,
incentives.
he's the one that got rid of it.
hated
He didn't
because
like it,
he
yes.
he grouped everything in with like Jersey Shore
Yes.
reality filming.
He was so offended by Jersey Shore, he wanted to get rid of all the entertainment. That's
so dumb.
Well, that's dumb.
But it's crazy how much like that can decimate. Like when a film industry leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Florida. Florida actually used to be a major filming hub, especially
Yeah.
in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
A lot of things used to be filmed in Florida, and then their tax incentives dried up. The whole film industry died down there.
And again, we don't want to make this a political show. It all depends who you elect in office, what they like and what they don't like. And in Florida, you have a big population of senior citizens
Right.
in all parts of the state, not just in Miami.
They don't want to be inconvenienced.
They don't want to pay any more money. To them, they don't want to pay an extra $10 a year to support an industry like that could, in the long run, save them thousands of dollars. They don't get it, or they just don't.
Or put their grandkids in a position.
Yeah, something like that. You know, people listen. This is a long thing. People don't have long range look at things. It's today. It's
Today.
now, and there are certain things
What's
that
in my
you do
pocket
need to
now?
focus. Things you do have to focus on some things that are current, no doubt. But sometimes you have to bite the bullet. You're a business owner. I'm sure the first few years of your business, you had to take either losses or do some things that were like a little uneasy.
First 10.
Yeah. So, but then you reap the rewards down the road, and that even as a citizen, this is what you should look at. There's a lot of things I voted for and voted against over my time. And I know you don't vote. Christian, do you vote? I'm sitting here with two people that don't even take part in the process. Unbelievable. That's okay though.
Would you vote on the pot?
I voted for it. Absolutely.
All right. Did it
Tax the
pass
shit
yet?
out of it.
Did it pass yet?
No.
Okay.
I've been.
What
I
else
was.
did you vote for? Like what other
I
topic?
don't remember. I'm moving on to the next. No, but I was saying for years, give us the pot and give us the sports gambling and tax the crap out of it, and let's all make some money off of it. The sports gambling is going strong.
Are we hearing about anybody who's going to bankruptcy because of sports gambling? Are we hearing any
Not yet.
major tycoons?
No.
Are we hearing about, God forbid, suicide because of sports gambling?
No.
So there you go. Listen, I have the app on
Do
my
it.
phone.
I do too.
PointsBet. I have it on my phone.
Points bet.
Yeah, I got it because Vic was pushing it.
I never heard of it. Okay.
And they gave you like a free bet.
Yeah, all of them do that. Yeah.
So I have it on my phone. And I'll bet a game maybe once a week
Yeah.
if I see something that's interesting. But they take the money from your account instantly. So if you don't have the money in your account,
You ain't playing.
you ain't playing.
No. No.
That's a great check and balance.
Yeah. It saves some people dialing 1-800-GAMBLER every other
Right.
day. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Because my son does DraftKings all the time. He bets all. I mean, he's not betting too much money. He's not going to debt.
Right.
But he's a regular. He'll bet all these things. He's like, oh, Dad, I bet all this. He'll bet like 8 games, but he bets like 50 cents a game, and it's like all parlayed.
Right.
So he's like, I could bet like $9 to win 400.
Right.
Or or you could bet $5 on one game. But he's mentally all there.
Right.
There's some people that just they see gambling and they just start, whoo, I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. But if it's controlled, just like the weed, if you control it, when I say control, I don't mean governmental control, relax people. If you regulate it to a way where everybody can have what they want, enjoy it, tax it, pay for it, and everybody reap the benefits. Yeah, funny. Everybody can be rewarded by passing the law.
Yeah.
And the people, listen, I've changed my way of thinking when it comes to certain things. Pot, I don't really care about. You want to do
I don't
pot?
give a
It's
shit.
not my thing. It's not your thing.
No.
But do you care if Christian does or if this guy does?
As long as the smell doesn't overpower
Well, listen,
me.
there's nothing you could do about that. But I'm just saying, who cares? You could do whatever you want to do. Plus, you don't have to smoke it. You can eat it. You can do whatever you want. You can buy certain types. As long as you tax it and my taxes go down, I don't care. Do what you want to do. Just don't get behind the wheel of a car when I'm on the road, and stay away from me when you're driving. Aside from that, fire up.
Can you even put the key in the ignition on pot?
Oh, I don't know. No, those are for those 10-time offenders of drunk driving where they put the little breathalyzer around the steering wheel.
Driving high is not that hard.
Look at the pro over here.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey,
Drives high but Ubers for a sandwich.
well, that's the munchies afterwards. At least he got home
Actually,
safe.
don't smoke. Surprise, surprise.
You don't?
No.
With that hat? No.
He looks like he belongs at a Bob Marley concert. He does.
What's he doing?
Did your dad like Bob Marley?
Yeah.
He did?
I think so.
Yeah. I was listening to his music in there. I can't believe his father was a famous guy.
I know. Look at him.
Unbelievable. So he does have some talent. So,
Even that's overstating it.
hey, at least it's in the blood anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, anybody else?
I think
Anybody
we're
else-
drawing blood out of these people.
Anybody say goodbye or my sister says hello? How you doing?
They turned off, I think.
What'd she say?
It's all your people. I just got Doreen following me. That's it. Nobody else follows me.
Yeah, well,
They comment after it gets posted a couple times.
Hey, any comment is a good comment.
Yes, that's true.
Even if you want to say about a cat, that guy disappeared, didn't he?
Who?
The dude with the cat.
Screw him.
That's just so
Piece of
funny.
shit.
I think that's hysterical. And it's funny. I texted you. I'm like, look at this. I sent you the screenshot. I'm like,
Meow.
what's this? Unbelievable.
Your sex partner's meowing in the corner right now.
God almighty.
Pig.
So anyway, until we meet again,
Yes.
thanks everybody.
Next
for
week.
tuning in.
Later.